Now again, old news. We used to have this thing called the parallel port, and again, it's the DB25 connector, and this is actually a bad example. The illustration here is because it's actually, again, remember, it was female on the side of the back of the computer, and I have these cables here, and you'll notice that they're both showing female as well, which means they wouldn't work. But that's because the picture I grabbed is the wrong end of the cable. This is the end that would go in the other side. So the side that would go into the computer would end up being the male side. But don't worry about the male-female thing. The bottom line is that you have this 25-pin connector, and then you also have this thing called the Centronics connector, which I have on top, which was a little bit different of a connector. You typically, unless you go way back in time, you typically would not use the Centronics connector on the computer side. You would actually use that to hook up to the printer side. And on the printer port, there would be these little clips that would clip around the brackets that you see on the side of this connector. So again, what are we using these parallel cables for? Printers. I mean, it wasn't exclusively. There were other devices, but typically printers. Nice, simple answer. And again, in the operating system itself, how would you recognize parallel ports, or what would you assign to them? They'd be the LPT ports. Okay, so remember COM ports are serial, LPT parallel.